Have you ever walked home alone before?
Yes.
Did you ever have a buddy with you, or?
A lot of times, no.
Well, at some point, we've all made that decision, and it's not the safest thing to do, walking home alone. In fact, a 2014 survey by Chapman University found that walking home alone at night was the biggest fear of the 1,500 people that they asked. Well, a new app called Companion could come to your rescue.
It's been downloaded by hundreds of thousands of people, and it promises that you'll never walk home alone.
So, does the Companion app keep its promise? Well, I downloaded it to find out.
18-year-old walking home from a party around 3 in the morning. A driver pulled up, pulled her in.
The attacks happened after midnight. Chicago police are urging women in this neighborhood to not walk alone.
The women were walking home alone in the early morning hours and approached from behind.
It's stories like these that instill fear in young women on college campuses.
We've grown by 800,000 users in the past 3 weeks.
So 5 college students from the University of Michigan created the app Companion, promising you'll never walk home alone. It's simple. You request a companion and they follow you home via GPS. You can alert your companion you're feeling unsafe. You can even call 911.
We're students who felt this need, and we wanted to address the problem in a way that was useful for us and for our peers at other universities.
I want to test it to make sure that it actually works. So for my companion on the app is going to actually be my companion in life, Rich. And I'm going to travel to the linebacker, and on my way back, I'm going to request that Rich follow me, and we'll see how it works. So, see you later. So we made it here to the linebacker. I'm going to call Rich and tell him that I am on my way home.
Hello?
Hello, I'm getting ready to walk back, so get ready. Here, Rich has agreed to your companion. They've got your back. So now that I know that he's watching me, here we go. We are walking back by myself, where, according to this, I will never be walking alone. Then came my first... I'm actually going to tell Rich that I'm feeling a little nervous. Thanks, we've let your companions know you feel nervous. So they just know that I'm feeling nervous and nothing's gonna happen? So I kept walking. Then to my surprise, this happened. And Rich is calling me.
Companion app just requested that I check in on you. Is everything okay?
All right, good to know. All right. We'll be back soon. And 0.7 miles later. All right, so we're on the home stretch. I reached my destination. So I arrived back safely. Nothing happened to me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ask Rich how he felt from the other side of the app.
I think it's a good idea. I think that it was nice to be able to watch you walk home. But it would have been cool, too, to see if that you had maybe planned a route that you knew you were going to take. If you got off of that route, it alerted me. It's better than not having anything, but there's no replacement for taking good care of people you care about, so...
And coming up, I actually take the app. I want to stick around and see what happens because it is definitely going to surprise you.
I think that's so cool that it was the students who saw the need for this, and they're the ones that created the app. Now we'll see more of you putting it into action later in the newscast.
And actually, Lexi told me, too, that they all love this new tech wave.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to see how it all came to fruition.
We told you earlier in this newscast about a new app called Companion. It's been downloaded now by 800,000 new users in just the past 3 weeks. It promises you will never walk home alone.
Now, you saw I was one of the new users who gave it a try. And on the app, you actually have the option to dial 911. So I met with the Mishawaka Police Department to test it out and find out what law enforcement thinks of this new technology.
I think it's a good app. But I think there's a lot of things that we have to be concerned about.
Lieutenant Tim Williams says the companion app on your phone is a step in the right direction. He says it's good having a friend watch your every step via GPS. But as someone who patrols the streets,
The biggest concern I have is that when people use this app, are they going to push away the buddy system because you have someone physically with you? You're not that easy target for somebody that sees you by yourself. Let's face it. A cell phone's a high-dollar thing, so if someone wants to take something from you that's going to be worth some money, there it is, right there.
There's 2 buttons on the companion app. The first one alerts your friend that you're feeling nervous. You saw I alerted my boyfriend, Rich, and I got a call right away.
Companion app just requested that I check in on you. Is everything okay?
You can also dial 911, so the police know where you are.
As law enforcement officers with GPS, we try to locate people that have, those emergency situations. Those dots can be sometimes 1,000 feet off. So, so that's the thing. How do we know that that's exactly where they're at? So we found out what happens when I press the I'm feeling nervous button, but here at the Mishawaka Police Department, we're going to test out what happens when I press call the police.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
We were just testing this phone app. What dispatch center is this?
You ring into Mishawaka.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. So Lieutenant Williams wanted to see if the dispatch center received our location at the police station.
It didn't come up on the screen. On the actual 911 call, it did give an ordinance on there as far as like coordinate measurements. But those were for the cell tower it came off of.
Okay.
So not the location that you're at.
But co-founder Lexi Ernst had an explanation.
The way that the app dials 911 is just through your phone, so it's as if you just dialed 911 ordinarily.
My other concern again is that whoever's watching you go home, when you push 911, they have no alert. I'm watching you go home and I happen to live close by. I don't know this. I could have been there probably too to help out.
So the big question for law enforcement, do you feel comfortable with them using this app?
Relying on this app to get them home safely, I would have to say it'd be like, you know, I wouldn't be able to. I would still want to know that they made it home safely and hear their voice.
Now, a big thing that Lexi did tell me is that they are working to partner with campuses across the country. And she says the more and more users that they get at a certain campus, they can then partner with the police stations that are there so that the police can be alerted what your location is.
That's a good step for them to take. Any schools that they're working on it with here?
Well, not here in Michiana, but they are working with a lot of Big Ten schools, including Indiana. And she says if a school does want to partner with them, just visit their website, and I'll have that for you after this newscast on FOX28.com.